do you expressly communicate to them that?
Oh, I mean, this is simple calculation.
Is this calculation?
If it's a real relationship, you should know.
No.
How am I supposed to know? That's where the issue arises.
How many times do I call you? How much attention do I give you?
Really?
You only hear from me Friday evening, say something. And then you find a way to meet me somewhere. And then Sunday I drop you and you don't hear from me again until Thursday or something. And you are telling me you don't know the situationship.
In time past, when it comes to relationships, boy meets girl, boy likes girl, tells the girl, takes her out, asks her out, would you be my girlfriend? She agrees. A relationship starts. In today's day, so many types of relationships. The situationships, booty calls, side chickisms, friends with benefits, fuck buddies, the list is endless. Today we're talking about the types of relationships that exist in this modern day. My name is Aram, this is Honey IC, and I have two of my favorite men in the house to have this all-important conversation. I have Dennis and I have Bill. Well, these are the men I'm going to have the conversation with, so let's get into it. Why are all these types of relationships existing? Why can't we be define our relationships? Like, why?
What I would say is that first off, every decade comes with the dynamics and then the needs that there is.
Okay.
So I would say that probably in my father's time, there was a certain trend and then the dynamics were different.
Okay.
So it accommodated the kind of relationships they had.
True.
When you bring it down to my time, it is a different...
Our time.
Yeah, our time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. It's
time.
a different dynamics altogether. You understand? We are in an era where, people are more fierce, people are more direct, people are more open, people are more curious, people are more adventurous.
Oh, okay. That's
right.
Interesting.
So, because of that, it has birthed all of these things you're talking about. And before we even go on, I would say that for me, I think it is there because it is solving problems. So we wouldn't write it off completely.
So these relationships are popping up because they are solving a need.
Exactly.
And obviously, people are not being in this relationship with themselves. So, yeah, okay, I think I'm getting it. Bill, why aren't people being in defined, confined relationships?
Why do you want them to be in confined relationships?
For example, when someone marries, let's say we are all in this pool, and then you marry, you're supposed to get out of the pool so that we can see the other single people and then pair ourselves. Stop shaking your head. Why do you want to be in the married people's pool and then have your other leg in the single people's pool, ruining the chances of the other single people?
If you put it in that spot, you are trying to say that some people are not getting the advantage because others are taking more.
Yes, kind of, which shouldn't be so.
I don't think that is the case.
No, it's not
okay,
the case.
Fine. Why do you think that people don't want defined relationship? Why are we not defining relationships?
The reasons are enormous. I mean, so many reasons. If you are into something and it doesn't suit all your needs or all your expectations, instead of just moving out, sometimes you just do a +1.
What is it, a party? It's not a party.
No.
If you decide to
because in as much as this is not your complete package, it's not zero either.
Wow. Okay, now let's get into it. So
You have to complete it.
Based on this premise, let's start from side chicks, right? Like you're saying, you've married me. And for whatever reason, I'm not meeting all your needs. So
which I am not expecting you to.
So you're getting a +1.
Yes.
To add to me to solve that.
So that the equation now becomes balanced.
If you have,
do you know what it takes to live long as a man?
What does it take?
Have you seen Alaji suffering from broken heart before?
Why? Because Alaji has 4 wives.
I did not say that. You just said thank you. So you see, there is peace somewhere in there.
Which
I agree.
is
See, that's why I said earlier on. It's solving a problem in the sense that, like he said, you can't satisfy him alone.
Can he satisfy me alone?
Relax.
I'm not looking forward to do that.
So I should find my own
that he can't
satisfaction.
also satisfy you alone. But for him, he has taken the initiative that since you can't satisfy him and he wants more, he has to look elsewhere. And then elsewhere too, remember, there are people who are already there, ready to provide that service.
Yeah.
So you get it.
So can I also satisfy myself elsewhere?
Let me put it like this.
Who's
It's a whole
stopping you?
economy.
It's a
So
whole
if you
economy.
decide to also go on and say that, Bill, you are not giving me the satisfaction I want. So I want to come in for maybe Emmanuel or Dennis. And then Dennis thinks that they can also provide you that service. There goes the
It's a
economy.
booming
now.
economy.
It goes round. At the end of the day, you are happy, he's happy.
Yeah,
There's peace in the home. See,
Who is
this,
losing?
This is the need for which the side chick industry has come to solve.
Wow.
See, don't even get me started on the economic benefits there is to it.
The whole IMF program.
I'm telling you, because look at it. There is this. Let's just take this scenario. There's this young girl who is pretty and all of that. Unfortunately lost the dad, and then is left with the mother and then a few siblings to take care of. And the mother is not doing so well.
Okay.
But this girl is smart. She's pretty, right? And Bill is well to do. And Bill finds that, oh, this young girl, Kwansima, is really pretty, and I think that I would like to, get to know Kwansima. Gets to know Kwansima, and Kwansima tells Bill that this is her situation. Okay. Bill also gives her a proposal that I want you to be my woman. They agree. Now, Bill is coming to give her financial support. Which is going to translate into helping her family because she's now going to be a breadwinner of a sort from that same side chick.
One factory.
You get it? So you see the economic benefits here.
Wow.
Now, Kwansima is going to be well to do because now she doesn't have to worry about funds or money in that regard. Bill is going to be satisfied because Kwansima will be at his beck and calling. So you see, it's bringing in money. He's creating jobs. Kwansima is happy. Kwansima's family is happy.
Bill is satisfied. He's making more money.
Exactly. He's in a very top shape mind. He can go to business meetings and deliver and know that at the end of the day when he's tired,
Kwansima lies.
Exactly. You understand? So it is an industry that you are underestimating its importance and its value. Yeah.
Bill, this question is for you.
Okay.
I'm sure you have some married friends who have side chicks, right?
Just quite a few.
Can you say that side chicks are important for the survival of certain marriages?
For certain, yes. Once you use certain, yes. Though, the moment we try to put all that moral, values, religion,
today we are taking it all out.
The moment we try to put those things in the box, then we start looking for reasons why it's not good, reasons why it's that. But at the end of the day, if we keep saying you only have one life, how you live it has to count.
Okay.
You have to live it to the point where your regrets are less. You can live today without worry. People who are scared of dying, maybe I always say they are scared because maybe they have something to do, they are not done. But if you are in a position where, let's say you are married, your side something is there, sometimes there is issues at home, you just move around like this and then you come. If tomorrow, unfortunately, anything and you die, what's in use? They are doing fine. It's and the marriage itself, even on the part of the woman, there are some days, yes, you would need your husband to be home to help situations, but sometimes you also need some space, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes.
Okay.
And the only time you can have that, let's say on weekends, maybe, or when you want to go out, your husband will just, okay, go. You want to go on a trip with your friends? Go. Because that's going benefits both of us. It benefits both of us. So why should I stop you from going on a trip? If you want to extend it, please extend it for me.
It's okay. Dennis.
Yeah.
But can we say that it's important to define relationships, or is it no longer important to have definite relationships that have boundaries?
Oh, see, it is very important. Let me say this. Even side chick relationships are defined. Because then look at it this way. The girl, Kwansima knows that there is a wife.
Division of powers.
You understand? Kwansima knows there is a wife. And so she knows once Bill is not with her, Bill is with the wife. So she doesn't call Bill when he's with the wife.
Okay.
This is defined.
So
Kwansima
there are
knows
parameters.
that she has her time that Bill dedicates to her. And since she knows all of this, and Bill also knows this, Bill will not be fretting when Kwansima, like when he's with the wife because Kwansima is going to call. No, it's an agreed position they are both in. So it is actually very defined.
But I hope that also extends to if Kwansima also have a boyfriend, because the reality of
I don't even want to know.
Sometimes it's for your own peace. You don't want to know the small
What
boy
you-
that is.
You don't know.
What you don't know does not.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
Now
you focus on what you have with Kwansima. She's providing the need. She's solving a problem for you.
yeah,
Once she's doing that,
your problem is solved, and the boy is not interfering with that problem.
But you see, there is one thing we should also consider that what Kwansima is doing for you. If you also don't step up your game
Yep.
and then meet the standard, the same way you found Kwansima,
Another person
another
can
person
come.
will find.
That is also not my business.
I think Bill is extreme, but that's fine.
Yes.
Okay, now
Because then I know of married men who hurt when their side chicks are actually not giving them attention or seeing
Oh, this married man is not a good married man.
you know.
No.
There is
I mean, how do you go home to tell your wife that why are you upset? My side chick is
How?
no,
like
you tell your wife. That's why they are the boys. You sit with the boys on a Friday night and you're telling them that
Charlie, this
"Yeah,
girl,
I'm
this
happy.
this or
I
how
don't know what to do for her.
That is crazy.
There are people like that.
No.
Because
This
at
is
that
serious.
point, being a side chick, he has also grown a certain attachment to her. So
And they always tell you that it's the men that don't get attached, it's the
He has
women.
defined it that
The
I am with
irony.
Kwansima aside my wife. So Kwansima is the go-to girl anytime.
Any day.
The day he sees, and then we have ego.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We're also jealous. The day you are looking for Kwansima and then you see that Kwansima is not available, she's not picking. But by your own investigation, Kwansima is at Pibiase with this 25-year-old boy who is driving his father's car, and you are wondering, Kwansima, what is it that this boy will give that I can't give you that? You see, that's where the pains come in. So definitely it will be defined, but even in the definition of it,
There'll be some skirmishes. Now let's talk about this thing that I'll ask you guys a question, you let me know. Can there be a side chick situation in a relationship where the people are not married? Like, so if Bill has a girlfriend and Bill and I have something on the side, can his girlfriend say, I am a side chick?
Yes.
How am I the side chick? The guy is single. What?
You understand? You understand?
there are
So,
levels to it.
So you should know.
Dennis, you agree with that?
No, I mean, like now,
You should know where you
that's what I'm saying,
stand.
that in this era, there are lots of things happening that if you, like he said, if you want to be moral about it,
Yes, then you will have problems and you will have
struggle with it.
So
It is either you are in it or you are out of it. The moment you decide to be in the pool,
you are dead.
you should be dead to all the moral aspect that comes with it. And know that there's this high life artist who said, "Oshao Dema Maria." No, that one is not even the marriage one, or the dating relationship.
All.
So know
Even
that
marriage.
I am with you, but as far as I'm with you, that's how far I can say you are mine. Because the moment you go out there, there's
Then
too
if
far
you're
out.
going by that, then I cannot be a side chick in a boyfriend-girlfriend
Oh,
relationship.
you are.
So
Because-
I'm like-
okay, so how would you define your position in
We
that?
are all dating the guy.
We are all dating that. That's fine. That's perfect.
No, you see, you can't say that because then probably if you are, let's say you are the main girl,
What makes me the main
you
girl?
are the girlfriend. that
But
was supposed to.
there's surely reshuffle every now and then. So even your main can be taken tomorrow. No.
This is serious. But I'm saying that you are the one that was proposed to. So you are the main girlfriend that
We propose to
our
all.
brothers know, our family know that, oh, Bill and Aram are dating. Yes, you are the
So
main
any other person
Okay.
that comes,
If Belinda comes in because Bill went on a program and then Belinda liked Bill's vibe and they started texting. They followed each other on Snap and then one conversation led to another and then they decided to meet and do a thing. Once they have done that, Belinda is the side chick because you are the one everybody recognizes.
Belinda doesn't know she's a side chick.
No, she doesn't know, but in your books, Belinda is a side chick.
So I can call Belinda
it will be in the books of the woman.
Me.
In my books, I decide.
You decide who's the side chick.
Depending on number one, number
how
two.
How long you've been with
No, doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't matter. How long? Yes. How much is too long? It doesn't matter. If Belinda's value is like this, and this one's value is like that, but she's been there 25 years, Belinda, higher we go.
So, how do you determine the value? Now I'm interested.
How I determine the value? We can tell you everything, Chama. No.
Please, don't tell me anything.
I haven't gotten to your level yet, so education will help me.
Oh, okay, then that's why you're talking about number of years. No. Someone can come into your life today. You met them just a couple of months ago, and everything connects. One plus one. Because right
you've been missing, they are bringing.
Right now, relationship, as we are saying, if you have to choose someone outside the relationship pool to the marriage pool, you start putting some things together. And once you start putting them together, it's not who you've been with for long that matters. So Belinda could have 75%. The one you've been with for so many years can have 40-something%. What do?
I see.
Thank you for understanding.
Okay, now I'm going to I wish we had like alcohol on the show. Like we're covered to play the never have I ever. So if I mention a type of relationship and you have drink.
She wants to get me drunk. I know her.
Well, I think you're drinking tea, so you are.
So okay, let's start with well, you're not married, so you can't be such a best friends. Best friends, I say best friends that are besties, but are chopping each other.
No. Make a drink.
No.
Okay. Then let's go to situationships.
God.
I think this is where I also drink.
Oh my God. Booty calls. Bill James. Fuck buddies.
You are still going strong.
I thought she wants to get me back. She knows me than myself.
Okay, let's talk about situationships, right? Situationships. I have been in a couple of situationships.
You're not coming and it hurts me. You see, you're not coming and that bothers me.
I'm not even going to respond to that. So let's talk about situationships. How do those things come about? Like, how do they come about?
I think that it's a communication problem. It's a basic communication problem.
Okay.
Where one person is assuming something else, and then the other person is also in a different time zone or different time zone regarding the kind of situation they are in. So, I'm being nice. I'm always trying to be there for you. You need something, and in that instance, there's attachment that grows. Okay. Because you know that I'm always there, I'm performing boyfriend duties.
But it's not obvious.
But you started it.
Sometimes it doesn't necessarily matter who started. See, like you can be friends with somebody, genuine friendship, right? And there are no strings attached. You don't see the person like that. But you are a good person. Once the person needs something, out of the goodness of your heart, you provide.
Yes.
She comes to your house, you guys hang out. You go out together, you are talking like friends do. See, one party at a point mistakes it. And because you have not expressly spoken about it and said that, okay, I think what we're having, this is how I'm feeling. I just want to be sure if that's the same thing for me.
And usually after the sex happens.
Once you don't talk about it. And for the men, majority of the men, once you get you in this zone and then things happen and all of that. Things have happened. Yeah, it's a sex. We've done it.
The reason why I was trying to listen to you into detail is because you started in a manner as if the man did not know what he was doing from the start. But that is impossible.
No.
Men always know what they're doing right from day one.
Bill, there are some that you are not expressly going out to say that this person I want to get.
Okay, wait. Let's wait. Dennis, so this is how your situationship
That's how mine started.
Bill, how does yours usually start? Do you just see a girl go like, okay, this girl is nice, I want to smash her, but I don't want to date her? Is that how your own start?
There's nothing I start that I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Tell me about.
Very often you are getting to know someone.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the back of your mind, it's not for relationship reasons, and for them maybe they are up for something.
But you just want to hit and run.
I don't want to run.
Yeah, you want to hit and
Just
But
stay.
not stabilize
and
it.
not be keen to.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they themselves at some point realize that's the thing, but
So,
they
so
don't go either.
do you expressly communicate to them that
Oh, I mean, this is simple calculation. If it's a
How
real,
is this
if
calculation?
it's a real relationship, you should know.
No.
How am I supposed to know? That's where the issue
How many
arises.
times do I call you?
I don't know.
How much attention do I give you?
Really?
You only hear from me Friday evening, say something. And then you find a way to meet me somewhere. And then Sunday I drop you and you don't hear from me again until Thursday something. And you are telling me you don't know the situation.
But you know, there are women who also would like to have this kind of situationship as a relationship because
they themselves, they know it. Whoever you are in with, you see, women one time, at some time of their life, they sit one morning, no makeup, and then they realize that guy will cry, and then they'll come and message you some long messages. That day they are doing reflections.
what
So,
are we? This thing that
they're having that conversation with that day.
okay, so they spread it to see.
They are trying to assess the list. So it's up to you to fall victim and try to yeah, because if you accept that long message and you try to it's not like that, when you see it, don't reply.
I said no reply.
Thursday, call her, she'll be available.
Oh wow.
You just let me know. Women,
See what you point out to my face.
they know.
So
But they will get you think you are the only person orchestrating everything.
for you
They know.
for you think that it is a deliberate effort from both parties from the get-go.
Yes, because if you know what you want and you think your value is like this, and someone is giving you less time, less attention, less everything, and yet you are still available for them for let's say 3-4 months.
That's why I always say hashtag say no to booty calls, because booty calls are
aware, but she won't
bad
admit.
for your long-term
That's
mental health, because you, like you're saying, the person is giving you the barest minimum, right? But then you also keep making yourself available to the person, sorting out their sexual needs. Like, why are you calling me on Thursday evenings and then drop me off on Sunday and I don't see you again on Mondays, and you think that that's a relationship?
There are some
I agree
people
with him. That's
you
not a
only
relationship.
remember that they
You
are
guys
part
are
of your
ruining
life.
my makeup. I'm gonna go for a quick
Only when you see their WhatsApp
Their WhatsApp
status,
status is
then you remember, this is my girl.
I'm trying to go on a commercial break. I'm going to go on a commercial break. I'll be back. Welcome back to Honey I See, and we're talking about all the kinds of relationships that are in this modern day. And Bill and Dennis are in the house, and they've made me laugh so much I ruined my makeup. But now I have tissue on her just in case they try again. If you are just catching this from the middle, please start from the beginning. So before we went on the break, we're on situationships. We've talked about side chicks a bit and other things. Now the situationships, Bill has given us a roadmap of how it works. So if you're not getting a lot of attention from this person, and I'm here for the women, right? Know what you want. In this life that we are, you need to set certain standards. You just can't be letting the wind blow you. If you want what you want, write it down. Some of us, we forget, so when we meet people, we get blown away by all the nice things, and so
you can write it to go lost.
Know what you want and ask whoever it is you are with to give you those things. If the person, why would you even think that somebody that only texts you on Thursdays or Friday nights or when the weather is foggy?
We are busy.
You are not busy. Let me finish. No, let me finish. Let me finish.
You are busy.
The weather is foggy and then you text you WYD.
Yes.
What are you doing? What are you doing after work? That is not how relationships work.
Adulthood conversations.
No. Adulthood conversations are not WYD. Now, let's get into your experiences.
I want to ask you a question.
Me?
Yeah, what you just said.
Okay, ask me.
You're saying that they should define what they want.
Yes.
have you met somebody who knows what they want and they meet a man?
Do you even know what Ghana wants? Do you know what Ghana wants and what Ghana has now? You don't. What you want doesn't really work.
A lot of the times,
you get
you
what
want
comes
something,
to you.
Yeah? You meet a man who looks like that's what you are getting. But in the long run, you realize that he's not what you want. But you can't also let go of the man.
Why not?
Hey.
Okay, back into the pool.
Your range no come, you want to throw away your cola. That's what you want to do.
Please leave me alone. Okay, as I was saying, now let's get back into the situationships. I need you guys to tell me your last situationship, how you got into it, how it went, how it ended.
Okay, so like I use myself like we started talking. I was a nice guy. I've always been a nice guy.
Yeah, you're a nice guy.
So all along, for me, I didn't think that I saw her in that light.
That kind of like in the relationship.
Yes, because
kind
me, I was
of
eyeing somebody else. You get it? So for this one now, it was just me relating. Apparently, all the things that I was doing had ticked her box. So one thing led to another, and then
one thing led to another. Very dangerous state.
So one morning, I was waking up a Saturday morning. I was sorting out myself. Then I get a phone call.
Yeah.
And the content of the phone call basically is that, so now that we are here, when are we making it like official? And I'm confused. When did we get here that we now have to make it official? Because we are only friends. And as friends, one day we got carried away, and then something happened.
Got carried away?
Yes,
By
something happened.
I see.
And so if we got carried away and something happened and we know that this is not what it is, because our relationship dynamics does not allow for that, how then now do you come and ask me that? What is the way
like that?
For it? Like
What are we doing?
Exactly. So then there I had to pause, and then now I had to do damage control. So I had to invite her out, sit down, and let her understand that, Madam, I'm sorry that this is the impression you've gotten because of what happened. But ultimately, I don't see you and I in that space.
Why not?
Because we are not like that.
But one thing led to the other.
Yeah, that one.
Exactly. I was good for one thing led to another, but I'm not.
No, it was
for
a moment
relationship.
of weakness. Everybody has a moment.
Really?
I see.
Yes, everybody has a moment of weakness.
So how did that go? Did she accept? No, accept.
Oh, she won't accept. She won't accept. See, it was a drag for a while. Then that was when I zoned into my wicked mode. Then I realized that, look, this is it. I'm not up for this. So if you won't accept, then me too, I'll mind you.
Before I go to Bill, how could you have handled that better? Do you think that the next time you are going to be in a situationship, you should tell the person from the jump?
I feel like what Bill said a while ago is the truth that we've all been avoiding, right? From the get-go, I think that I knew I was doing something, and she being a girl, she would get led on. But I just didn't pay attention to it. I didn't put my mind to it. You see that thing that you like, it's called wishful thinking. There's a reality, but you are wishing that it won't happen. I think maybe that's what happened with me.
Okay.
That I knew that eventually it will blow up in my face. But then I didn't want to also accept that this is what I was doing till she actually confronted me. So I feel going forward, it's just an issue of communication that or even not start at all. I think that is it. Not even start.
Bill, would you tell a girl upfront that, okay, I like you, but I don't want a relationship. I just want to smash and see how it goes?
No.
How does yours usually happen? Tell me.
I'm not going to say that.
So how did your last situationship or your current situationship?
I have currents, and it's simple. Like I was saying, you meet someone, they are nice. You don't have a defined project for them.
Why is it that these days people meet people and then we just collude?
Because the internet makes everything beautiful until you meet. When you meet, you've already met. Now you've taken step 1 out to 5.
Because you've had all the conversations.
So and then with women, if once you get to meet them and you decide to stop everything, it's a bit questionable.
Like you're trying to ghost them and stuff like that.
Yeah, because maybe am I not? They are confident. That's what they say. Me, I don't know. That's what they say. They say.
So wait. Let's take you step by step. So you meet this guy online. a girl online or in a WhatsApp group or Facebook friends of
Yes,
friends.
very
Someone
often.
post a picture, you start chatting.
Yes.
So people start in your DM, you start chatting.
Yes.
So you've had all the conversations, we've known each other, probably some nudes entered somewhere.
Here
you've
and
seen
there.
certain things. Now we
I'm
meet
old
in
school.
person. It's all about actioning everything that we've said.
We've
that we
already
would do.
discussed about. Then it goes on to that step where we went out that evening, spend the night together, and then the following day, they expect relationship kickstart into gear, but no, because something that was in the internet section is not in the reality section.
So what is the thing that was in the internet section that's not in the reality section? That supposed relationship had to now diminish to a situationship.
The vibe together when you sit outside.
Okay, so one thing we also need to know, Dennis, is that there's a vibe on the internet. There's a vibe when you're getting to know someone, and then there's a vibe when you meet in person.
Yes.
That's what
I
that's
think that is
missing.
where
Yes.
my problem is. Because
Okay.
my vibe is
The
same.
vibe.
Okay.
The vibe when we met was different. Like you see their life and you realize, nah, this is the kind of person you can even go out with all the time. So even throughout the night whilst you were having your thing together, you were in a
There's
hurry
no-
to let it end.
Wow.
Because it's not what.
But she too,
Hold on to it.
Afano. So that night should have been just one night, but it extended into the whole weekend. So what do you do?
But
But it wasn't like she was holding.
a question. How do you extend it to the whole weekend when
You could have just told her to go.
you at that point realize that lady and fine.
That is where I said, men, everything we do, we know from day one. Because at the end of the day, can you see that sweet something and jump over it?
Well, it
Men
takes a
and
lot of-
libido.
And it wants to stay over the weekend when you want to say no, and do what during the weekend. Oh, yeah, beg. Weekend, what are you doing? That you are too busy that the person, yes, you don't want a serious relationship, but you can't
But
just
don't you think
accommodate
that
it for 2
because you
months.
have just decided that night, say this one, it is not a relationship material. So, when you have opportunity to let it go, man, quite.
No, don't make that mistake. You see, if there is one thing I have learned, don't reject. See, don't.
But isn't that the genesis of all your problems?
You keep the problem. Don't reject it. Let it be there. If you ever need it, one day it will be there.
Okay. Now you said something about. So then there's the internet one. Now let's talk about the booty calls.
Oh.
That's my. I would say that's my area of
The
specialty.
situationships actually become the booty call.
Exactly.
Eventually.
So one thing we need to say, like, so situationships is like the Venn diagram.
Yes.
Then the friends with benefits, booty calls, they are the sub of the diagram. So just do the mathematics in your Venn diagram, situationship, circle in the
Intersection, you have it there.
You got it? If you don't get it, forget
Forget
it.
about it.
So booty calls, right?
Yeah.
And then so tell me how a typical booty call happens.
A relationship that fell into situationship automatically becomes a booty call. Because
relationship that
what we
fell into a
have
situation
is not
becomes a
definitive.
booty call.
So if we still meet some weekends at home at night and we still do in bed and out of bed a movie and I drop you again, we have it.
So then that's where it brings you to the Thursday night conversation.
So yes,
That goes
the
into
booty
Friday.
calls
Oh, no.
are like, for example, going through your status.
Then you remember
Sorry,
one.
this girl, some people I promise when you change your status they know.
Yes.
I don't know if there's an app that tells people that you have changed your status. Like, oh, you've changed your status, and I'm thinking, what status am I using? I don't even know. It's like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, it's been a while. No, sir, no. We're not doing that. I haven't spoken to you in 3 months. What makes you think that you can call me
Because you
or
have
text
to,
me?
you know, you have to put in the application for the booty call by Thursday. Have
so
to
that
do
it will be
that
considered.
so that those who may not make it, you will know, and then you know
But I think
We'll
that-
get your
I think
schedule
that this
together.
thing
by
has
Friday you.
You see,
Accept it.
Bill, I think that this thing,
Boys.
and like you said, no, they know what they are doing.
You think women don't know what they are doing in this life?
If somebody has not spoken to you for 3 months, and then on a Thursday night,
You pity women, eh?
you want to wear how do you call this? This is your bodycon, and then your shape is drawn out, and then Bill sees it as okay.
For a person you are not in an official
3 months.
relationship with,
And then the person
she will leave her
will text
dresses
you,
in your house.
and
You
then
think she doesn't know what she's doing?
Okay, and another thing I want to talk about is, so Bill, when these people come to your house and stuff, when they're leaving, do they get some sort of compensation or something?
Oh yeah, depends on a few things, because whatever you start, let's just say, in as much as we are not in a relationship and I do not have the mind for it, it doesn't mean I rule it out completely. Okay. Because maybe whatever reason why I am considering things could change, right?
Okay, so you're saying that even if the things that's as a
so let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
There is one that I have, let me say had for some reasons. The reason why I did not want a relationship, serious one, was because she didn't have a job. Because if I really wanted to have something serious with her, I can't be in a relationship for 2 years in the other point of my life. So, and looking at her life plan, next 2 years, she probably not even still be up to the level I want. So, you know, but it doesn't mean I have to cut her off completely, because tomorrow I could find myself in a spot where I am, or she could even get a good job tomorrow.
Yeah, with an oil company and all.
Anything.
She should be paid in dollars.
We like to avoid reality, and if we stop, it will help us.
That's true.
We like to avoid reality. Look at this life we are in today.
Okay.
Who do you want to get married to? What sort of person? Okay, me for one, I don't need a woman who is coming to cook, clean, that stuff for me. No, I do all that by myself.
I don't need that too.
So I need someone who joins me together, and then we build this life, we create it how we want it. Which means, as I'm working to make my money, I should see you doing well too. That way, whatever I do for you is a plus. I know you can do it for yourself.
Right.
Every man will take responsibility in the house automatically. But if tomorrow, anything can happen. If you're not there, your wife has to call you and wait for you for to
pay prepaid. I mean, what are we doing?
Choose someone who, in your absence, is still you.
Yeah.
So, Bill,
It's simple.
it looks like I'm asking a lot of questions.
Yes. I am ready. I'm ready to welcome him.
With this, your
Into
system,
the please. The question is asking you is not so that you can recruit him to your side, be on your best.
I will.
So with this, your system, it means that that one thing that is called broken heart, you never have said. I'm coming. That's
Sister, make me tell her.
Make me tell her. It go shock you.
But that was our eye opener.
And then 2, it means that you will also not be the one that is always going around to look for a particular person and say, I want this person, because already you have a pool. So all it takes is when you are ready and you think that you want to settle, you look through your pool and then say that, okay, this one has leveled up, so I think this is the one I want to go with.
Truth of the matter is, as we speak now, I am in a committed relationship.
Oh, right.
And everything I've been telling you now, everything checks out.
Right.
Everything. The
So
things.
you take this one from,
No.
this lady from the pool.
No.
It's a fresh batch.
So you see, this is where I have a problem.
What is your
What's the problem?
So my problem is that imagine is a basket of apples, red, green, and any other color.
Yeah.
So they work a we are
And I'll go for
you pushed away all the baskets, and then you
Mm-hmm.
ask them to bring you a pear, because pear has all the qualities you are looking for. Apple now
You see, you are thinking differently. Women, you are trying to stand on their part a bit.
Yes, I'm trying to.
Women will do same or more to you. When a woman wants to settle, she will put all the people who are trying to propose to her on a scale and pick based on where she will benefit.
I concur with that.
That's true.
Why wouldn't you do the same?
But you see, it is because our system is such that it is the women that it is we that go after the women. It's assumed that we benefit more.
No, it's a woman who accepts who she wants to be with. It is not you who chose her. Women always have multiple men coming. If she decides to be, it's not because you said so much or something special. It's because she decided to.
Thank you very much. That's what people don't understand. You think you're doing, because ultimately I choose. And once I was having a conversation recently.
Who pays the bride price?
I was having a conversation with someone
and you think you chose her?
I was having a conversation with someone recently, and I told them that women have so much power. They just don't understand it.
Yes,
now the fear is that, which is where people are now shaking, and men are saying that if you don't curtail these women, if you don't rule them in the next 10 years, the kind of women that you are going to have.
That is what I am waiting for. That is the kind of women I want.
And there are men like Bill who are prepared for those kind of women. And there are some men who are not prepared for that.
Yes,
I went on a date with a guy recently and he was shocked. And this was someone I went to uni with. He's known me all this year, and when he heard my stance on certain things, and back the way I was speaking from the girl he knew then to the girl that I was right now, they said,
even myself, at first I used to wonder, I mean, as a woman, because in my mind, you have to take care of a woman, you have to do. Yes, true. But if your woman is not powerful enough in your absence, what does that make you?
That's the point. Exactly.
Exactly. So the women that, and now that people can
You just
throw
want to
that
take a
question
woman
out,
at home
oh,
to
what do
cook.
you bring to the table? There are some women, we are the table. Now when we move our table, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
exactly.
Why do some of you women get offended when we ask you what
That
you think?
question will be a whole topic, and you come and we'll discuss it. So with what Bill is saying, he has gotten to the point where he's like, I don't want apples anymore, so I'm about to delve into, and he found a pair that worked for him and is about to get into it. But now let's just take a quick step back to where we started from with the side chicks, right? And you people have justified that the side chicks,
Very
they are important for the survival of certain marriages.
Alaji no get broken heart. Alaji never get broken heart.
Alaji never get broken hearts.
Multiple wives.
How do you guys feel that the women, the wives, feel? Like, should we be having a situation where wives should be sitting across side chicks with a mediator or without a mediator, so that they can tell maybe there's something that the man is missing that the wife is not seeing?
She shouldn't.
So how should wives handle side chicks?
Very often in this life, I think if you want peace of mind and you want to live long, know how to ignore things. Things that could possibly affect you. Know how to ignore them.
She should just ignore that the side chick is.
Yes.
I
Yes.
agree with Bill.
Yes.
I think that you the
Don't.
wife, man, you are here. Don't drop. Stay there.
It doesn't mean you should feel too
Stay
comfortable.
there. If after a while,
Notice their presence, but don't be bothered by it.
If after a while you feel like you can't deal with the side chick situation, you walk away.
Is that also doesn't depend on how the side chick conducts themselves? Because there are some
Lately,
women that
side chicks are very professional.
That is why I told you from the beginning.
So you
that
should find a
it is
professional
agreed
side
one.
chick.
Side
Very
chicks are now-
professional.
they
You
know
should
it's a
find
job, so
find
they are
a
doing it well.
professional side chick.
They know their job.
One advice I always give to my male friends: if you want to step out or if you want to have something on the side, always go for someone who has as much to lose as you do.
Who?
Always go for someone who has as much to lose
Let me tell you.
The side
as
chick?
you do. Yes.
Let me
The side chick? She has something to lose.
Let me break it down.
You finish and I'll tell you something.
Because if you are dealing with someone who has nothing to lose, they have the tendency to want to wreck your marriage. But wait. A professional side chick is the one who knows when Bill is with me, he's with me. When Bill leaves this room, no phone calls, no text, no nothing. If my house is on fire, I need to wait till the next day, call the fire service people and not Bill. If the house burns down, Bill will buy me a new house. The side chick, if she's sick in the middle of the night, she needs to call the ambulance, call one of her girlfriends, but not Bill. She needs to know her place.
So you have to read her contract to her.
So you need to give her the terms and the conditions.
Simple. What you train a woman with is what she goes to become
Okay,
with you.
then it's coming.
With what you just said, you know that it's alleged. I don't have evidence, so anybody who comes after me, I will deny it. So let me continue. Have you wondered why the so-called big celebrities are the ones that are picked for all of this big trip to this place and they go and meet this big man? Why is it that the big men, they don't come down to the ordinary girls level? Because they know that if I pick a big celebrity who is supposedly a movie actor, she, like you said, she has something to lose. So me, I am secure.
Yeah, she's not going to go and start a
She's not going
Facebook
to
live
talk-
and start telling our business of what everything
Exactly. So
and not.
the little I know is that these men sit in the Gulf cities and then they call and say that I want to have this person.
Yeah, it's like they are. I can just imagine them sitting in the tower, you
And
know, like looking down,
don't-
like
they don't fear.
who's that girl?
Do you get it? They don't fear because they know that once this girl comes, she has a class. She also wants to maintain a certain image. So whatever I have with her, at the end of the day,
She's
it
not-
stays between us because it's a transaction. I pay her, she goes, we are fine. I sit where I sit. If I want another person, I call. See, That is the business I told you about. The economic
value.
The IMF support
the person is now
of
going to
our marital system.
Provide revenue.
It's the side chick.
You get it.
The IMF support, you see, it's support. It buffers
the
IMF support in our marital
If you are
society.
not a professional one,
society.
that is where I will have a problem with you, because then it is not. Don't get emotional about it.
Okay, we've had this conversation. We've started from side chicks. We went to friends with benefits, booty calls. Finally, is this sustainable? Like, how long are we going to be doing?
For as long as we are here, baby.
Very, very
For as long as we are here.
So we are young and
For as
wild.
long as we are here.
what I foresee is that it's even the industry is even going to grow bigger.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yes.
The industry,
Why?
because, look,
Exposure. A
you
whole
see-
lot.
You see, there is something going on that we are all not
tell
talking
us,
about.
tell us, tell
When
us.
these small girls from secondary school, when they are about finishing their last paper overseas, they have the guts to do videos and tell their wives that.
We are coming home. Have you seen that video?
You see how far
It
it's
shock
gone?
you.
So they are now being recruited from secondary school.
Academy.
First it was probably tertiary or somebody
Yes.
union
Yeah.
has not got
But
it,
now,
so has resorted to being a side chick. Now it has gone down to the secondary.
Hey,
So you see the scope has widened.
and now the recruitment stage.
you this man, you are falling our hands.
So it is going to get bigger.
You
in
women
the
should
next 5
you should
years.
push
In the next 5
yourselves.
we
years,
should get ourselves.
Yep.
Trust me, I don't know if there is, but in the next 5 years, I foresee an agency that is actually specialized in doing this and takes commission for it, and then puts out well-behaved girls who are
Last time I was telling a friend, at this point where we are heading now, when you're about to get married to someone, you have two options. Just two. Don't look for anything in her past, or look for it.
But okay.
Because if you decide to look for it,
You will find something.
there's a high probability the marriage won't come on. If you decide not to look for it, close your ears to her past
So
completely.
that even when you marry her and it comes up,
You don't
you
care.
didn't. Okay.
Guys,
Yeah,
final
ready.
thoughts on this. We have Yajijo Asemi Nase Banchi. So, guys, we admit that the guys have the side chicks, they are reality.
But you shouldn't admit. You women should stop admitting that thing. So long as you keep admitting, it will stay.
So what should we do?
Fight it. I mean,
Fight what?
Fight it is to, it puts you in a place to struggle. No, I think what you people should do is teach the men that you can also retaliate when they need.
Bill, it is the same woman
Wait,
who are
wait,
the
wait.
side chicks.
Wait.
The same women who are the side chicks.
But you know the
Different.
issue with this is, right, I feel like the reason why the whole side chick thing is becoming a thing is because when I say no, somebody else will say yes. Do you understand? That's the reality on the ground, because
it's
I
worrying,
can
you
count
know?
the number of people's husbands, my friends, people that want to have that kind of relationship. And then I'm like, bro, and you know what even hurts me or makes me sad? It's what I have to explain to somebody's husband. Asks me out, I say no. He says why? Like, he says why? Why do I have to explain to you why you and I cannot be in a
Because it's a
relationship?
norm. Why are you now trying to
Exactly.
be the odd
So
one
when
out?
I say no,
Yeah,
somebody
that's true.
else will say yes. Then that brings me. Has anybody ever heard of the word ethical side chickism?
Well,
Women, that's a thing. In terms of from the women's side, so then they are the group of women who are saying, okay, this thing is a reality, and like Dennis said from the beginning, Kwansma has a need.
Yeah.
Bill's got the means, right? So there's a collusion to do this quid pro quo. Some people are saying, okay, fine. So if I'm going to do that, I want to do it with people whose wives I don't know. Keep the distance. Want to do protection, and all these other things to make sure that I am good. Because let's not forget that the wife is the innocent party in this situation. You don't. Bill shouldn't be having unprotected sex with Kwansma and now give his wife an infection because Kwansma is single. She's allowed to see other people.
Yes.
So what do we have to? You guys are the men. Tell your fellow people what
Dennis is good at
Dennis is that
supporting them and
so this is
playing
what
the
I would
moral
say.
card.
This is what I would say. The same way we are expecting the side chicks to be professional. We as men to let's be professional.
Be a professional cheater.
Good. You know that this is what you have decided to do.
No, a professional cheat. Yeah.
You are still married to your wife. You love your wife. That's why you've not divorced her. You are still doing the side chick thing. So it means that it's something that's going to last till maybe you don't have the strength to continue. You bow out, you retire. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Once you decided to do that, you need to be very, very circumspect. You protect your family as much as you can. You know, sexually, you make sure that you always strap up. You get checked every 3 months to make sure
that the person the side chick is also getting checked.
And 2, you don't expose your children and then your wife to this side chick. She doesn't come near your palace. I have always had the notion that you don't play where you eat. So you stay in West Legon, stay there. Your side chick should be somewhere around
Kaswa.
Go to Oyarefa Tema, go and play there. At least before she will cross the motorway to come, you would have curtailed whatever she's coming to. You understand? So that you leave your family out of whatever mess you're trying to create. You protect them. Make sure you give the rules. That's why it's even important to have a professional in the first place, because they know. Bill said something. Sometimes for you to be sure, read out the
contract to them. Yes.
That this is what we are doing.
This is on some 50 Shades of Grey situation.
I'm saying that the
sign an NDA.
You buy a SIM card. You say this is your only SIM card.
Yes.
Call only this number. You put it down.
So anytime my phone rings and it is my blue phone, I know it is Kwansima that's calling. Do you understand? Yes. So these are the things you put in place. Since you have decided that this is the life you want to live, protect the parties in.
Have them sign an NDA.
Very, very necessary.
Bill, anything else you want to add to that?
I gave it to the moral card player.
Okay, let me ask you, since you are the expert in the Venn diagram, situationships, what are certain guidelines for those things?
I am not an expert in them. We are all experts in the situation.
Fine. What are certain guidelines that you would give for people who do the situationships, friends with benefits, and all those kind of things? How do people protect themselves in these situations?
They are grown people. If I want to advise them, it will be difficult.
But tell them something.
Keep it simple. Life, okay. Life don't take everything too serious.
Okay. Take your health serious.
Yes, take your health serious if you want to. Not everyone wants to live long. You see, this is where we are always having the conflict in this country. We want everyone to do the things the way. Yes! Really? I stopped thinking like that and I became free. People, what you want to do, do it. But keep certain measures in play, because you are dealing with another person's emotions one way or the other. If you realize they are too much into the situationship and they are behaving very weird and all, start distancing yourself.
Wicked mood.
It's not that difficult. Life, hard. You can a problem be the problem also what's your problem.
If you start distancing yourself and she doesn't know your house and doesn't know your workplace,
even if she knows your house, you distance yourself. There are certain things women can take. Pay attention and know where she will get extremely angry and decide to even insult you. Let her insult you.
So that she goes away.
Yes.
Bill, how did you get here?
I drove.
I got on the show. How did you become this person?
Me, I have stopped polishing situations.
You'll be very happy.
That is it. Because I realized I used to be in that position where we all wanted an amazing relationship, one person build a life together. I used to be there. And then I realized, you're joking.
Who showed you?
Oh, a couple of people. A couple of people taught me that. No, even just recently, I met someone who made a statement. It was she made it in a funny way, but I kept it. She said, look, once you become an adult, every relationship, there should be something on the table.
That's true.
And then it drew my attention. Your class as a person, where you are in society, women, do you think, excuse me to say, not saying they are not people in good standing, but these people who sell, let's say, who are doing very minimal jobs and struggling to make, let's say, 10,000 or something in a year. You think women are not seeing them? You think they'll go for them?
Hey.
If someone is very selective in this life, it's women. They will have lots of shoes and still struggle to pick one. They will have lots of dresses and
Invite
still
them
struggle
for
to
a
pick
wedding or
one.
an event and
And you think they will pick one man easily? Aye. You pick
In
women.
conclusion of this matter,
Yes, in conclusion,
yes,
everything I've said about side chickism and booty call and everything, well, it is in the context of this discussion. I, Dennis,
disclaimer.
I don't support all of these.
Yeah.
In as much as it gives a boost to the economy, a boost to
Yes,
marriages
yes.
and everything, I don't support it. I believe that one man, one wife, and then nurture what you have, build it, grow it to become what you want it to be. It won't be easy. It won't be. It would come at a price, and then be willing to pay the price because in this life, whatever you sow, you reap times two.
Bill, your final words on this matter.
I'm not too far from what Dennis said, but you see, there is reality and there are expectations.
Okay.
Growing up, when we all get out of uni, we start having expectations of how a relationship that we have is going to grow into this. I want people to understand something. It's not like that. Life, it's not like that.
It's all a lie.
It is all a movie. At
So
some
wait,
point,
it means that there's no guy who is going to bump into me, my books are going to fall down and I'm picking it and
Forget
then...
that.
it will happen in the dream. When you wake up, go wash your face.
Forget
That's
that.
it. Have a relationship. Build your life first. As an adult, build your life first. Put yourself in a position where when you meet someone, you are in a partnership. If your relationship the relationship you're looking for is supposed to do extreme sports for you, there's a high chance you will be a side chick.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm a young man. I'm putting my life in shape. You want me to come and do what? Carry your responsibilities on top of my head?
Buy you 9,000
Even if I can, it's not advisable because tomorrow, what will you do without me?
Exactly.
So people should just build their lives. From there, you meet someone you think you can have this life with.
Yeah.
And then take it from there. And don't compromise on certain things. This morning I read a post somewhere and I read this is a man or a woman who is compromising on something that's major to them. Yeah. They are with someone and they like their vibe, everything, but their physical appearance is not for them. So they are struggling.
Hey.
You see, you can't have everything in one box. But pick the things that matters to you.
Yes, the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Pick those things first. Then the rest you can cope, you can compromise, you can tolerate. But if you say, okay, good wife, this, that, good guy, this, not so good physically, but I can handle it. You're probably going to the traffic. They don't want to go home. What they have at home, they don't really enjoy it like that.
Hello.
So they'll be in traffic deliberately. What you don't have here, you have here. So you see, take your time, meet someone, but choose accordingly because forever is a long journey.